they are. Absolutely. That means they're half Italian, half Irish.
So, Judge, in this WAPO, Washington Post editorial, it talks about how we've ideologically gone one way on the Supreme Court and going further, and there needs to be a change.
You know, what the Washington Post article forgets to point out is that elections have consequences. And under the rule of law in the United States, the President of the United States appoints the people to the Supreme Court and the Senate confirms them. And obviously, we'd have a different court if Hillary Clinton had been elected and the Democrats have controlled the Senate, but that's not the case. Donald Trump has put two serious legal scholars who are in the traditionalist vein on the Supreme Court, and that's the type of person he promised he put there. What this article really means is that the author of the article does not like the anticipated results to be expected. How do we know what results are going to be expected? Because Justice Ginsburg went on national television and said, I don't like what the Supreme Court is doing, and we're becoming too political. Translation, expect a lot of 5-4 decisions in the next 2 Mondays with Justice Ginsburg dissenting.
Right, and here's what this column says. The past decade has seen a conservative court slow further social progress, but the next decade could feature a radicalized right court that would not only narrow past gains, but also erect barriers to prevent progressive political action. So there's a fear that they're losing the court, so they want to change things.
What they really fear is that Roe versus Wade may go away. This is the most abominable decision since Dred Scott versus Sandford, which declared that African Americans were not persons. And Donald Trump, to his credit, campaigned against the decision and in favor of putting justices there who would not be afraid to address it. That's really what this complaint is about.
All right.
Well, it's an important issue. So many people, so many conservatives voted for President Trump because of the judicial system and what he would do. A lot of evangelicals felt that way.
I have to say a word about all the socialism. It was a great segment you just did. But when we fought the revolution in 1776, enough to use violence against the government, the effective tax rate was 3%. Today, live in New York City, you're paying 55% to the various
No, but
governments.
Judge, you get to, here in New York, you get to keep 3% now.
Yeah. And by the way, that was before the IRS scandal.
Yes.
The 1776. Hey, download the app, Fox Nation app, and get the Liberty File. It's on whenever the judge feels like doing it. Almost daily.
God love you.